The lifestyle here is phenomenal. I would say we call this California. California. This is California. That's a kind of a funny thing just because everything's here. It's like we got the wine, we got the golf, we got the ski resorts, 4 seasons.
Well, I moved here for that work-life balance. And I can tell you that for a guy that used to drive 5 to 10 hours to go sledding in the winter, my mountains are an hour and a half away. For a guy that used to want to drive 10 hours to take the Sea-Doos out and the boat out and drag it all with him, I drive 15 minutes, go down to the boat lift, put my boat in the water, and I enjoy that 10 hours a day.
I came out here to start expand on my business. She uprooted doing a totally new job, but we didn't really know anyone here. So it kind of pushed you to meet new friends, try new things. But it's been really cool where if we would have stayed home, our lives would be like everyone else.
6 months of what I consider to be winter. I lived 30 years in that. Couldn't do it anymore. When almost half of the days you can't ride your bike, it's not my jam.
So what's your name?
Pierre Pichet.
Where are you originally from?
I originate from Ontario, Ottawa specifically, and I moved out here in the West in 1994.
How is the life in Ontario for all the people that are watching us?
Ontario's fantastic. Culture, so much Ontario has to offer. It's my roots. I grew up there from 1975 to 94 when I moved out here. And the biggest thing I remember is there's so much art. There's so multicultural. So I just really was able to connect to so many. Canada is diverse, right? And that's the heart of it. That's the capital of Canada. So I got to be a part of where everything kind of is the center of Canada. So I got to learn about not just our culture, but many other cultures, which I really valued. That's where I started being a musician, and that's obviously where I went to school. I cultivated my my character and everything from that area of Canada. It's multicultural from French and English and just everywhere around the world. So I think it's a beautiful place. But BC is a little different. There's lots of mountains and everything, yep.
What makes you do the move to the Okanagan?
So back then I was 19 years old. So at the time my dad, he retired. He was a musician. He traveled the world. He worked for the RCMP, and he held an instrument versus a gun. So in that travel and representing Canada, not only across our country, but also globally, he was able to see all different parts of Canada. And then when he was retiring, they give 2 years to members to go wherever they want. And he decided to move out here. So actually, to be honest, BC was just a green thing on the map. I didn't really have it in my sights or in my heart. But my parents I love deeply, and they were going to move here. And at the time, 19, not sure about where things are going with my life. So I wanted to stay close to family. So I decided to join them out here. So that's what brought me here. Yeah.
That's amazing. What's the Okanagan lifestyle?
It's a very good question. The lifestyle here is phenomenal. I would say we call this California. California. This is California. That's a kind of a funny thing just because everything's here. It's like we got the wine, we got the golf, we got the ski resorts, 4 seasons. So in the summer, you're on the boat, you're on the beautiful Okanagan Lake. In the winter, which we're going to, you're downhill, you're skiing, you're having a great time. And in the summertime, you're out there in the wineries, you're enjoying that. You're enjoying the mountains and hiking, the waterfall, the green. It is beautiful, right? There's so much to do here. And it's such a nice, beautiful community that's growing. It's one of the fastest, I think, growing cities per capita in Canada. It's a sought-after place. So a lot of people in the East or in Alberta and stuff like that, Kelowna is a destination that they usually were to visit during the summer times, and now they want to live here. So it's a beautiful place growing. It's awesome. It's exciting to be here.
That's amazing. And what do you do for a living?
So myself, I'm right here. I'm working at the Cott Auto Group. I partnered with John on the Genesis. So I like to say Genesis is where lifestyle meets luxury. Because if you think about some of the stuff I talked about, you can have a luxury experience at Big White, for example, but why not have a beautiful luxury car to bring yourself to Big White? So that is, I felt a passionate connection, and John's been a part of Guy Talks. We heard him tonight talk, and in one of those moments he came and he said, Pierre, let's connect, let's do something, let's work together. And I said, yeah, you bet, brother. Good to see you, man. And I said, yeah, let's do that. Let's connect. Let's do something exciting. So he said, come on the team. So I'm doing that alongside of this, which is a passion of mine. My goal here is to have 100 chapters. We want to hit 1 million men across Canada. Kelowna is our starting, our Genesis chapter, and we just really want to make a difference in guys' lives. So yeah, those two things are what's driving me these days.
That's amazing. Tell me about Guys Talk. How you came with this idea,
Right.
and what is your vision behind all the things and events that you are putting together?
100%. Yeah, so Guy Talks, it started off with seasons. I say we all have seasons. And what does that mean? So I was in a relationship season. Someone might be in a health season. Someone might be in a work season, whatever that might look like. And that's basically a storm. We all go through storms. We all have challenges. And I was going through mine, and it was a relationship one. And it was very hard. I was blessed that I had some good guys around me, but in that journey and listening to guys' stories, I realized that there wasn't a really good space for them to connect. And I just thought about that. It was like a little bit of an idea. And then later, time moved on. It was just a thing. I was just thinking about it. And then in one of my networking groups, there's a gentleman. His business wasn't doing that great. And as well, his marriage was falling apart. And sadly, he decided to take his life. And then that's when it became a lot more real. And I started to think to myself, Pierre, you got talents in sales, you have talents in marketing. You've been putting those gifts to work for business, but not necessarily to make a difference. And when I saw that pain happening in my community, I decided I was going to get off the bench and start making a difference. And that's how Guy Talks came to be. And if you look at our logo, there's a flame, and every guy, every person, has a flame. And I want to help kindle that flame and help that grow in the hearts of men. So I decided, okay, let's do the flame. And then connect, grow, and thrive is our slogan. So as we look around here, you see all these guys, we're connecting, right? We're you and I are having a conversation. We're connecting. So that's really important. The power of connection can move mountains, can solve problems. You could be somewhere low, have a good conversation, and then you're back on track. So the power of the connection is really critical, and I want to make sure we could create spaces for that connecting to happen. And I thought, well, what else are we able to do in that? Well, let's educate, let's grow. How do you do that? Well, knowledge can lead to wisdom. And there's men that have lived life and they have wisdom and they want to share some of those insights. So each Guy Talk, we have an educational moment that we speak into guys to help them get that information, that knowledge, and hopefully that becomes wisdom. That's the thriving part now. They take these moments, these connections, they take the educational talk, they walk out there, and now maybe, like back to that story, maybe he wouldn't have made that decision that he made. It's the hope. Making that social impact. Because there's lots of social statistics that are really up against men. We have the highest suicide rates. We have very high statistics in loneliness, incarceration, addiction. There's just so many things that are out there that are affecting our community, and because of these things. So I want to put a little flame, a little hope, get it off the bench, and hopefully these moments allow those statistics over time to decrease, create more hope, more freedom, more opportunities for guys to just thrive because they have so much to offer, not only to themselves, but to their families, to their work environments, and to their communities.
Well, this is a fantastic initiative. Thank you very much for putting this together. And finally, how would you describe the current season that you are living right now, and how you are connecting with this community in that regard?
Yeah, my season right now is just in a growth season, right? Like I'm in a season, I would say, of like spring, because there was a little bit of winter and now spring. This is where we're planting seeds, and I call it the farmer's mentality. And I think you have to plant seeds, and as you plant the seeds, eventually you have to cultivate, and eventually after that germination or that time pass, your fruits of your labor will happen, right? So you're in that time of planning, preparing, growing something. Like right now, this is chapter 1 of My Hope is 100. So we're planting seeds, right? So I'm in that season right now of just planning and trying to nurture and put something in place that's going to have something that's going to even maybe outlive me, right? So that cultivation, that farmer's mentality. So I'm in the season of spring, I would say, where we're just getting things going. We haven't hit harvest yet, yeah.
Absolutely, and I can totally understand and see what you mean. and congratulations. This is a very successful event, and well, wish you the best for all the ones that are coming in the future.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, what's up, bro? How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good. What is your name?
My name is Russ.
Are you originally from? Where are you originally from?
Where am I originally from? I'm from Medicine Hat, Alberta.
How long or when did you move to Kelowna?
I moved to Kelowna about 5 years ago.
And how that transition been for you?
It's been really good. So it was like a big undertaking. Me and my wife, we moved here. We didn't really know anyone, and we just uprooted our really cushy lives back in kind of our small town. But we wanted to come out here to something new.
Tell me a little bit more about that. How was your life before moving to this place?
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of comfort because we're surrounded by our families who are really amazing and do a lot for us. But I came out here to start expanding my business. She uprooted doing a totally new job, but we didn't really know anyone here. So it kind of pushed you to meet new friends, try new things. But it's been really cool where if we would have stayed home, our lives would be like everyone else, where we would just be doing the same things that we were before. And so it's been pretty cool.
I totally understand that feeling, man. I'm from Mexico. Yeah. I moved to Kelowna 6 years ago with my wife, my dog, and my cat. And we didn't know anyone here, and we have to learn more the language. So getting out of your comfort zone is very rewarding. And congratulations on your business. Tell us, what do you do for a living?
Yeah, so I have a business called Game Day Men's Health. We're a men's health clinic that we specialize in hormone therapy, peptide therapy, but our main mission is a one-stop shop for everything to deal with male health. So if you're feeling low energy, tired, just not yourself, a lot of guys think hey, that's just part of aging, when really we could get your hormones regulated or find some sort of health plan to make you feel like you did 20 years ago, so you can do all the things you want to do, where you have enough energy to play with your grandkids or live that active lifestyle where you can golf or take your wife out on dates. So it's definitely really important getting all that stuff regulated, and so you can feel your best.
How did you come with this idea?
So yeah, we got the opportunity. It's a franchise, and we purchased the franchise, so we'd be able to start it through here. But always was big into health and fitness beforehand, so it's something that I said that no matter how old I'm going to be, I'm going to care about how I'm living, how healthy I am 50, 60 years from now. So I call it a business that, I can die with, because I'm always going to care about how I'm living.
Absolutely. That's very important, because I feel like we heard a lot of these subjects or treatments for women, but not necessarily for men. Describe us what type of customers do you have, or what people can come and visit you?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So it's really wide range, and it's funny. Someone asked me this question here earlier, and it ranges, I wouldn't say really ranges in age, but more on symptoms. If you feel like you don't have as much energy as you used to, you're gaining belly fat, not putting on muscle, or you have brain fog, that could be at any age, right? But if you're having those symptoms, we're going to be able to fix those and get you feeling great again. And so yeah, that would be our ideal customer. Or from the person that, hey, some of these peptide therapies, you can be really healthy, but you're just wanting a bit of an edge that can add to, some of those things like building muscle, having more energy, and helping with your skin and stuff like that.
So I can understand a little bit better. So if I go to your business, is it like a treatment or like a test that I will get so I can know my levels of hormones, energy? Describe me a little bit more.
Yeah, so that's exactly how it works. So everyone comes in, you get a free testosterone test and a free health consult. So in that consult, we talk about your health goals, any symptoms or any things that you're dealing with right now, or stuff that you're looking to improve, or what really brought you there, you know what I mean? It can just be good information for people who do feel great, but they want a good baseline to see, okay, maybe in 2 years you get tested again to see where you're at. Okay, everything's still about the same. I don't have anything to worry for it there. And then we do a body scan with you, so then we can see what your body fat percentage is, your muscle mass, because those are some of the best indicators of how healthy you're going to be. Then based off that, you go for some blood work, and then we digest it all based off of what your blood work says, your health goals, and your symptoms, or what you're trying to achieve, and then we make you a custom tailored plan to achieve those goals. Or in some cases, it might be you're totally healthy and you're fine, and you just wanted a baseline and you wanted a resource for someone to help you be able to do that. So
That's awesome. I'm very active. I go swimming, workouts, and especially sport climbing outdoors. But I'm also plant-based. I've been plant-based probably around 8 years. So those things are very interesting for me. My family is always asking me, oh, you should eat meat, you should do this and that to get more energy. But to be honest, I feel very energetic. But I think it could be very good for me to go visit you and have the data to show my family and friends that, hey, here's some science or here's some data that I prove how I'm really inside of me, right?
100%. Yeah, that's exactly what we do. And sometimes you'll get guys that come in and they think that it's going to be one thing and it's something totally different. Or they have some symptoms and they have some stuff, but when we test everything, it's like, okay, it might be more mental or psychology or some of those things that has you in a funk, right? But at least you get to check that off the bucket and be like, okay, at least I know it's not this. How do I find a solution to what I'm dealing with in order to live the life that I want to live? So yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much. And one thing that you would like to invite or mention to all the friends and family that are currently watching us?
Yeah, so anyone who's looking to maximize their health, come in, get a free test and a free consult. We're there to support you and guide you along your health journey and make sure that you can get the healthcare experience that you want. A lot of times people right now don't get the best healthcare experience, and so our mission is to provide the greatest healthcare experience that they're ever going to have, and we want to help 1,000 males in Kelowna reclaim their claims, so live better longer. And that's kind of the cool thing that we're putting it on, where you can get quick appointments, get fast results, get stuff at in reasonable time, where a lot of people, if they want to go to a specialist, you got to wait 10 months, where, hey, we can get you all those results right away, and then you can know what's going on so you don't have to suffer.
Amazing. Well, congratulations on your business, and I'm going to visit you very soon. Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah, thank you, Glenn.
Thank you. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? What's your name?
Logan.
Logan. So you were telling me, are you originally from Kelowna, or where are you originally from?
Originally, I'm from Edmonton, and I got tired of the winters, so I moved to the Okanagan.
For all the people that is watching us, how is the life in Edmonton?
That's complicated, man. It's a good city, decent economy, 6 months of what I consider to be winter. I lived 30 years in that. Couldn't do it anymore. When almost half of the days you can't ride your bike, it's not my jam. I moved out to the Okanagan and realized how little they pay their tradesmen, so I decided to start a business, and that's why I'm here.
Oh, that's amazing. And what is your business about?
I'm an electrician. Just do renos, new builds, anything. And just try to be honest and to set myself apart. It's really almost all you need to do in the trades. And yeah. What about you, bud?
That's awesome. I'm from Mexico.
Yeah.
I moved close to 7 years ago to Kelowna.
Sick.
I used to work in the animation industry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, doing cartoons as a producer.
Yeah.
It's like the project management of a cartoon.
Yeah.
I did that for 10 years. 10 years, well, 8 years in Mexico and 4 years here in Kelowna.
Okay.
Then I started my own company, a media production company. And I have been creating different accounts. My main company is Valiente, which means brave in Spanish. And then I have different divisions. One, and the busiest one, is in martial arts, Valiente Fights. So we have produced around 8 fights in the Okanagan. 2 in Vernon, MMA mainly, over 1,000 people in the curling ring. And then around we have produced 5 super fights for Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu in Kelowna.
Really? You know the famous gym down the road, right? In Rutland?
Oh, I know, Toshido.
Toshido, that's right. They did a talk.
Yeah, I know,
Talk.
David Lee. I used to work with, I did some media and content for David Lee.
Yeah, he did a talk at
Yeah,
the
he's
last
amazing.
event. He's amazing.
Yeah, he is a pioneer here in Kelowna for
Yeah.
MMA and fights. Like, he's the man.
A pioneer in Canada,
Yeah,
actually.
in Canada,
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
So I got to flip this interview around here, man. So you're in Mexico. You're like, I got to get out of here for whatever. I mean, Mexico's awesome, but Canada's pretty cool too. What made you land in the Okanagan? I mean, it is the right choice.
To be honest, I didn't know the Okanagan. I didn't know anything about Kelowna, but I was in my job hunting when I was in my desk in Mexico, like tired of the economy. Like there's a saying that I don't remember, but it's something like always the green looks always greener. The grass, yeah, you got it. You got it. So we wanted to move to Canada, and I got hired by Jetty Farm on Facebook. I saw the post. I sent them an email, and then a month later, I was here in Kelowna. I checked it out very quick on Google, and I found it like, oh, it's amazing. At that time, I was very into yoga and fitness and wellness, so I saw that, oh, there's a good community there. And then here I start sport climbing. I have a good friend from Mexico that was very intense in sport climbing, and he has take me and teach me everything about climbing here in the Okanagan. And I don't want to move back or somewhere else.
You couldn't pay me enough money to move out of the Okanagan, honestly, dude. It's fucking so nice. Sorry.
No, that's amazing. So for all the people that is watching us, how would you describe the Okanagan lifestyle?
Just beautiful. A lot of times, this is the place that you want to go to for your vacation, and you can just live here. And it's an option. So yeah, I mean, I think we're just lucky to be here.
Absolutely. And now we are in this event, Guy Talks. Why it is important for you to connect with other men in this community?
Because I think community is important, and just socializing with people on a regular is important, and it kind of filled the gap that a church would or whatever, right? It's just like a social thing where you get to check on people and make your community. And I really felt included in the first one that I went to, and so I've gone to almost everyone since. So yeah.
Amazing. Is there something that you would like to say to your friends and family that are watching us right now?
Nothing that won't get me fired.
Amazing. Thank you so much, bro. Nice meeting you. Thank you. Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And yourself?
Very good, thank you. What's your name?
My name is CJ.
Are you originally from Kelowna, or where are you originally from?
Originally, I was born and raised in Europe, moved to Canada in 1982, spent most of my life in Edmonton, Alberta area. Recently, in 2021, moved to Kelowna and came into the leasing business here with Cod Auto Group and started a leasing company in 2021 that we now handle about 120 leases annually. And then from there, we've migrated into just this May. We have started with the Rent Direct Automotive, which is daily rentals for the Okanagan Valley and Kelowna in general. So with that, we've launched the second division, and a lot of positive things, and getting networked into the local network, if you will, and people within the community, and getting to meet them and understand their needs, and understanding what we need to do to facilitate their needs and ease of access to rental vehicles And on top of the rental vehicles, also what it takes to provide leasing opportunities to those people that have leasing requirements within the community.
That's very impressive. Congratulations for all the things that you are currently doing.
Thank you.
It makes me wonder, what are the difference and what is the process from living in Edmonton to moving to Kelowna and starting all this amazing company?
Well, in Edmonton, I'd been in the lease business for approximately 15, 16 and a half years between two different companies. Upon deciding to come to Kelowna, the decision to come to Kelowna was purely based on wanting to be in the Okanagan, Shuswap area. And upon a little further looking into the areas that we could work in, we decided to land in Kelowna, as Kelowna I felt was going to provide me the best opportunities. At that point in time, we had multiple discussions with John Cott and the Cott Auto Group, and I decided to make the move here to Kelowna. With that, we started the first edition of the company, which was Buy Direct Loans and Leasing, which we started in June 1st of 2021, and we've been, chugging along pretty consistently year after year. And then upon seeing some of the areas that we could improve on, we discovered there was a certain need. And when we reviewed those needs, we thought, you know what, we're got multiple dealerships. We can facilitate those needs for the rental aspect of things within the community. As you may know, Kelowna is a hotspot throughout the different seasons, both summer and fall. And there's always a need for vehicle access for a lot of tourists and just people in general moving in and out, whether you got friends or family coming to visit. So after going through a few seasons of that, we realized that, you know what, there's an opportunity here in front of us, and I think it's time that we looked at what we need to do to capitalize on that and be a forefront in the community. We did that, as I said, in May of this year, and in May in this year we were number 17, and as of today in the community we were number 2 for organic Google reviews. So that means in 6 months we went from number 17, the bottom of the chart, to number 2 as far as the rental company options here in Kelowna. So we're really, really proud of that. We're really looking forward to what we can give back to the Kelowna area and the patrons of Kelowna. And I think moving forward, we're going to look to expand. We're looking to, hopefully in the next year or so, to get in excess of 100 rental vehicles available. So by that point in time, I think we will be the largest company in Kelowna. And we look to maintain that 5-star review and 100% customer satisfaction across all our boards.
Whoa, that sounds very impressive. I'm not sure if it's very easy to say, but definitely it's not easy to do. I see a lot of challenges. What is the mind that you have to build in order to overcome all the challenges to accomplish all those goals?
Well, I think one of the first challenges we have to overcome is product availability. And for a lot of other companies, that's an issue. For us, because we have so many dealerships and so many resources, product is not our issue. And because we're such a new company, still in the birthplace, if you will, so we're in our infancy. And as we grow and flourish and become a stronger foothold in the community, and more people recognize that we're the go-to, people are going to recognize that we're going to be there for them time and time again. And with that, that's going to boast our foothold, and it's also going to boast our ability to be assistance to our community and the people within the community. Not only people needing rental vehicles, tourists coming into the community, Kelowna is a great spot for tourists, foreign and wide, to come and visit. And one of the first things they do when they get off the plane is they need to get into a vehicle. And if we can be that face, that welcome to Kelowna, and we can send them on their way to enjoy everything that Kelowna and our Kelowna area has to offer, I think that boasts for us as a company, and it also boasts for us as people working within the community. Anytime I travel, it's always the airports, when you get out of the airports, how you get your luggage, how you get into the community, that really resonates with you. And I think we can capitalize on that and show that we are a leader here in the community.
Definitely. I see those key elements and factors, how can contribute culturally to the economy of this city. For all the people that is watching us, how would you describe the Okanagan lifestyle?
Well, I moved here for that work-life balance. And I can tell you that for a guy that used to drive 5 to 10 hours to go sledding in the winter, my mountains are an hour and a half away. For a guy that used to want to drive 10 hours to take the Sea-Doos out and the boat out and drag it all with him, I drive 15 minutes, go down to the boat lift, put my boat in the water, and I enjoy that 10 hours a day. So the Okanagan life, it's here, it's welcoming. We're all waiting. Let's enjoy it together.
Absolutely, and everything is 10 minutes far from
100%.
During the spring, we can snowboard, we can swim, and I climb, so I can do all the things.
And don't forget the winter polar dip. There's nothing like going off the dock when the water's only 12 degrees.
Even me as a Mexican, 4 years in a row going to the polar dip.
Yes.
You have to do whatever they do in the new country, right?
100%, 100%.
Thank you very much for this casual talk. Is there anything else that you would like to add for all your friends and family that are watching us?
Well, I would say to friends, family, anyone inbound to Kelowna, just keep us in mind. Rent Direct Automotive, buy direct loans and leasing. Come get some.
Amazing. Thank
Cheers.
you so much.